What's up, guys? I'm here. Just gonna jump right into it, I guess. I mean, I don't know. If you don't know who I am by now or what this podcast is, then go back to my old episodes. Plain and simple. Anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Big Mad Podcast. My name's Lucas. I'm your host. I've been MIA for a little bit, and I apologize for that. As I've said before in other podcasts, I do this on the side just for fun, blah, blah, blah. Well, I do have other responsibilities in my life, and those did consume a lot of my time, and I was unable to get to an episode last week, so I do apologize. And as far as my personal time is going, I have decided, and I was kind of beating this around the bush for a couple weeks too prior to this, I'm going to have to downgrade my episode releases to once per week. Normally I was Tuesdays and Fridays, and I want to do that. Ideally, that's what I would want to do. But being as busy as I am, I work full time. That's already enough. I'm in school part time as well. I do a lot of other things. I have other hobbies on the side that I do as well. And some things that are just I have expectations of me outside of on my hobbies, so it tends to be a time constraint, and that's where the issues are coming in with me being able to do these podcasts. So I'm gonna do one episode a week, Wednesdays. So every Wednesday I'll have a new episode, and that will be the new structure for the time being. This isn't even a huge podcast, so this is kind of irrelevant information anyway. So but that's where I'm at. So I know you guys have missed me if you were following along. I'm back. I'm gonna get back into it. It was only like a week I didn't post a video, but being that I missed 2 videos, so do apologize for that. And I didn't really keep up with the Twitter page and made the announcements for those of you that follow. So I apologize to those of you that have wondered where my new episodes have been. I'm back. We're doing this again, and that's what happened. I just got busy. We all get busy. It happens. So I'm back now. We're back on the grind. If you don't know, I painted my living room, so that was my excitement over the weekend. Shout out to my friend Adam. He's the one who helped me paint. So got that done. A lot of chores around the house, but we back. So if you're not already, follow my Twitter page at BIGMADPOD. That's where I'll post a lot of updates and some funny stuff as well, and links to all the new episodes. This is my 4th episode, I believe, doing a video podcast, so this is still kind of new to me, still working out the kinks. We're getting there. I still got to work on soundproofing my studio room, so I still do sound a little echoey. And that reminds me, too, I need to apologize for my last episode. I kind of did this trial to see how the sound would work if I did a different sound method. I'm not going to get into the technicalities of it, but I tried something different. Didn't work out. So if you were wondering why the audio sounded so terrible, tried something new, didn't work out. Not going back to that. But that's what this podcast is. It's one take. Everything is one take. I'm just going to go through it, and how it is how it is. And I'm not going to make edits. I'm not going to make changes. That's just how it's going to be. So, now that point also reminds me too, I meant to grab my iPad so I could keep a stopwatch and use the timer on there. So again, for like the millionth episode in a row, even though I don't have a million episodes, I don't have a stopwatch. I don't know how long this episode is already. I don't know what I'm doing. But what I did in my last episode is I guessed. I tried to guess what time I was at the episode towards the end of it, and I guess I was way off. I'm not way off, but anyway, for those of you that did check me on that, I did go back and look, and I was off. So, excuse me. I'm not trying to yawn during the podcast. I'm not tired. I'm full of energy, so don't misinterpret my yawn as me being lethargic, because that's not true. So, with all of that said, let's get into this. So, what I have for today's episode is a topic that just fucking gets under my skin, which they all do. That's why I'm here. But I saw this recently, and that's why this is kind of a fresh Big Mad for me. Why the fuck do people do charitable things but post about it? You know what I'm talking about? So, in the area I'm from, there was about 5 years ago, there was these devastating tornadoes that wiped out almost a whole town. It was bad, terrible losses for a bunch of people, super sad. But people were flocking to help, which is good. But they all did it for their own gain. They posted pictures on Facebook. They posted on their Twitter. They're like, hey, I'm helping. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Help because you want to. Don't help because you want Facebook likes. That's bullshit. And I think our society has lost that authenticity because everyone is so vain. Anything they do is clearly self-motivated. So even on the surface of what they're doing might look friendly, might look like it's a good idea or they're a nice person. There's an ulterior motive beneath what they're doing to where they're gaining something. I don't think there's anybody in society that's just genuinely being nice. Everyone has something to gain. And I was talking about this with someone recently too, where our older generation, a lot of our grandparents, get phishing emails and they get spam phone calls of people trying to steal money from them, and they're the targets because I don't want to call them gullible. They are to an extent, but I was trying to pick it apart and really think about why this is the way it is. I think they grew up in a generation where people were honest. So when someone said something, you can trust them. So when you get an email from some prince over in Saudi Arabia that's claiming they need to get home for their family and do this and that and they need money, that would have been a real thing. Like, that would have been an honest thing back in like the 50s and the 60s. But today it's just scam city. Scam city everywhere. I don't know how I got on that topic, but that's the thing. Society sucks. Everyone has an ulterior motive. Everyone's looking out for themselves. So, fucking, what's his name? The rapper, MGK, Machine Gun Kelly did this. One of his it must have been one of his friends. There's another artist. I want to say Kid Cudi, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, they were struggling with depression and suicide or something, and he posts like that night, he's like, gotta take care of my bros, and it's like him on the airplane flying to go see him and meet up with him and talk to him, and he's like posting about the whole journey there. I'm like, yo, do you actually care, or are you just doing this because fighting depression is a hot topic right now and you're just trying to hop on the bandwagon and get yourself clicks, views, and clout? I see you, MGK, you ain't sly, bro. So that's what pisses me off, dude. If you actually care, you'll just do it. You won't post about it. So needy for that attention. It's driving me nuts. Getting me so angry here. I'm getting scratches in my throat. But why can't people just do things because they want to do them? The best example I can think of in recent memory was tornadoes that ran through Oklahoma. Oklahoma City, and this was several years back when the basketball player Kevin Durant played for the team, and he goes to the Red Cross and donates $1 million. $1 million. Granted, he makes a lot of money, so that's not as much to him as it would be to one of us, but still, it's $1 million. He didn't post about it. He didn't say anything. He didn't acknowledge it. The Red Cross released that information, and of course, then it blew up. But so much more respect for people that just do things honestly, and are just down-to-earth, good people. There's no ulterior motive. There's no posting about it on social media. Hey, look what I did. Look what I did over here. I gave a homeless man my leftovers from Olive Garden. I'm a good person. Stop. Do it because you want to. That's great. Good for you. But don't post about it because you want to get likes and you want people to tell you how good you are. You're fishing. You're fishing for compliments and good praise. Fuck you. You only get praise from me if it's authentic and it's sincere and it's real. When I see people doing this shit, I'm like, I know what they want. You know when you can tell what's like someone is clearly trying to get you to do? Like Parks and Recreation hits on this when Ron Swanson talks about getting married. He's like something about his first wedding ceremony lasted like 4 hours because he fell silent after the priest said, "Repeat after me." And the point being, he didn't want to do something that someone was clearly trying to get him to do. So when I see people posting, hey, I helped out this homeless person, I gave them my spare change or something, you want me to compliment you. That's what you want. You don't actually care about that homeless person. You want praise, and I'm not going to give it to you. And I'm not going to do it. That's bullshit. I'm not going to do it because you want me to. Even if I actually wanted to give you praise or respond in any kind of way, in any sort of attention, even if I wanted to, I'm not going to do it. Because I know that's what you want. So don't do it. The same thing too, this just picked me up on another topic because this literally happened today. Someone posted a before and after picture of their fitness goals or their fitness achievements, whatever it is. And they were just, I don't get how people don't see this. Like, obviously, if you have a fitness transformation, that is incredible, good for you. I'm going to encourage that all the way. And posting progress pictures is an important part of that. I'm not going to bash on that. But what I am going to say is that this person posted like pictures of them in a group of people where they were on the end of the group, or they have their arm around someone, have all like shirts on, clothes on, and it's cropped, zoomed in on their head, so the picture quality is terrible, and then they split it into two to make it a side-by-side. What's the difference? I just see your head. And unless you lost like 100 plus pounds, I'm not going to notice much in your neck and face area. I mean, if you really want to get specific, maybe you could notice it. But for the general casual Instagram, like the friend of yours, the follower, they don't know you well enough to see the difference. They don't see you every day. They honestly don't care enough. At least that's how I feel. And so you chose really bad pictures to show your transformation. So I'm like, what is this? Your hair color is a little different. That's all I noticed, but that could probably just be because of the lighting. So what's different? What am I looking at? What's different? And so then I scroll farther and I see the caption, long paragraph. It is so stupid. It's talking about this inspiration and need to feel good about myself and this, and blah, 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 work this hard, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. I mean, good for you if you are doing it, but like I have no way of knowing if you're actually about that life. Because nothing pisses me off more than people who want to be a part of fitness culture so badly, but they're so lazy that they don't work out, but they still post like they do because they want to be part of the social group of fitness people. But they don't actually work that hard. They're fake. That pisses me off. Because it devalues the people that are actually working hard. And that's bullshit. And so you get this long post like, yo, you're not inspirational. Fuck out of here with that inspirational shit. Don't need it. No. You don't have an epiphany every day, so fuck your long-winded comments about being inspired and this and that. And I was down in the dirt and I rose up and some days I cheat. See, that shit's so stupid. It's making me sick. Get that shit out of here. So got through that. I actually skipped most of it because it was dumb as fuck. Second paragraph, because it's broken up, they have a second paragraph. Shout out to my coach. Of course you have a coach. Oh, you're so basic. I hope you listeners that are seeing this and listening to me understand the context. Working out is not a problem. Posting pictures about it is not a problem. Posting captions about your struggles and shit is not necessarily a problem. Having a fitness coach is not necessarily a problem. Everything I've said is not a problem, but it's the context in which you do it. And I hope that you guys understand that. There's a context that goes along with it where it's like, it's so fake and it's so basic. Like, shout out to my coach. Like, it's like the chick that drinks the old basic bitch from several years ago that people would rag on with the North Face jacket, the UGG boots, the Starbucks drink, like the generic basic shit. Like you're that. You're just basic. Like when I read that, shout out to my coach. I already knew they had a coach before I even read it because I could already see the basicness of the post. I was like, that sounds about right. You would have a coach. Again, nothing wrong with that, but it's the context. It's basic. And talking all about this and that is just fucking stupid. And I swear girls on Instagram, this was a girl by the way, that they have their group of friends that like, it's like their hype crew. No matter what the post is, they hype their friend up. And it's support for your friend. I absolutely understand it. But it's just funny to see. It's like, that's an obligated comment. You ain't slick. I can see it. It's generic. It's cliche. You check all the boxes. Oh, my friend posted comment, blah, blah. Y'all the same. You're all predictable. Easy to see through. All these girls, they have their friends just bang, 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 bang. Gotta hype their friends up. I think there was a song about that. This has been a couple of years ago. I literally just remember this is a very faint memory for me. Something about a girl trying to pick an Instagram filter. And this was some song. She's trying to pick her Instagram filter and was like, her debate back and forth at which one she should choose because she wanted to look tan. Some guys were liking it. She's like, oh, this guy and it was just the drama of posting an Instagram picture, and it's hilarious. The song I don't think was catchy by any means, but like it was just funny that they dissected how dumb people are on social media. Like when you really dissect how people use social media and you say it out loud, my God, does it sound stupid? But we all do it. Like I'm guilty of it too. But it's just funny when you dissect out like the dumb things that you think about when you post something. And it's hilarious, but that's what it is. That's the society we live in. So if you're gonna help someone in a charitable way, you don't need to post about it. I'm not saying you can't. This comes back to what I was just saying. It's the context. I'm not saying you can't post about it and that it's bad if you do post about it. It's not a black and white thing. So if you can post about it in a graceful way and Big Mad Podcast can accept it, but there's a context in which you do things where your ulterior motive is more obvious than the thing that you're doing. Like here's the charitable donation, here's your ulterior motive. I don't even know if the camera goes up that high, if you can see where my hand is. Because somehow this matters. My measurements matter. They don't. So, yeah, that's what pisses me off is when people just do shit because they want something for themselves. I can see right through you. Everyone else can see right through you. It's very easy to see this. Don't do it. Don't do it. But do charitable things because be a good person. Just be a good person. It's not hard. So, again, takeaways from today's episode. Do charitable things because you want to. Pick better transformation pictures for your fitness transformations. And that's not a topic I wanted to get in, but that just happened today, so that came in. I will dig deeper into that because that's a big bugaboo for me is the fitness shit. I know I've touched on it here and there. That's a big time grind my gear. So pick better pictures for your transformations. You're not inspirational every day. I don't fucking know. That's what I'm going to go with is those three. So, yeah. Well, I'm back. Again, I mean, that was the worst transition ever, but I'm back. Every Wednesdays, you guys can listen to me. I'll be on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And there is a website link, but no one uses it, and I have no intentions of using it either. But just for the sake of the video, I'm on 4 platforms. You can hear me 4 ways. All of them are free. I'm not making money off of this, guys. All of the ways you can listen to me are free. If you don't have a Spotify account, that's fine. Or, I mean, if you don't pay for premium, you have to have an account, I believe. Maybe you don't. I've never tried it. Tell me if it works, people. Tweet me, tell me if it works, so I can give correct information to my viewers. But you don't have to have Spotify Premium to listen to me. So if you have the app, you can just search Big Mad Podcast, and it'll come up. You'll see me. You'll see my artwork. You'll see a picture of me with my head photoshopped on Zion Williamson screaming, and that's fucking hilarious to me. That's why I chose that. And it's free to listen, and you can go through all the episodes and read a little about section of the episode, and I try to get a clever title for each one. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts. On Apple, I don't know if you have to pay or not, because I do actually pay for... I don't know if Apple Music is a separate entity of Apple Podcasts. I don't know how that works. Either way, I'm on YouTube, and I know that's free. So there you go. Anyway, catch me on all 4 of those platforms, the 3 main ones. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being patient with me. I do appreciate everyone that listens to me. And I'm going to end the episode here, but I'm going to do the guessing game to see what time I'm at. I'm feeling like I'm a little bit shorter than normal, too. I feel like the time is a little bit shorter. So I'm going to say I'm in the 17s right now. The first second hand that pops in my head. So right now I'm going to say I'm at 17:43 right now. That's my guess. So I'm going to have to go back and look. But if you're listening, check the time to see if I'm right. And if I ever were to get that, that would be awesome. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that. I'll have to do something special if I somehow get that. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. This was a fun episode. I'm feeling good getting back into the groove. I'm going to keep with the grind once a week. So every Wednesday, be a new episode. Follow the Twitter page at BIGMADPOD. I'll post stuff there. I post regular tweets there, any funny thing I think of. So I'm hoping it's an entertaining Twitter page, and it's not just a bot that's spitting out links. So I'm trying to do stuff that's entertaining as well. But anyway, thanks for